Hey guys, thanks for checking out our Shop Talk episode number 2. In the shop today, I talked to you guys yesterday, gave you a little shop tour. Today I want to just sew this belt, at least just kind of show you a little bit of the sewing process that we use for our gun belts. And got my cup of coffee here. Can't be in the shop without your cup of coffee. Lots of cream and sugar. Normally have the talk radio on, but not going to do that just so you guys can hear me. So why don't we bring the camera on over here, and going to show you how I start the stitch. And basically this is a double stitch black Gen 1 gun belt, and I'm just going to show you a little bit here what I do. But first thing we're going to do is we need to lock the stitch in place. So it's going to be a little difficult to see. I got my handy light here. We're going to start 2 stitches back from where it starts. So we're going to drive it in right there by hand. Hold the thread. We're going to go back 2 stitches. And just show you a little bit of the stitching process that I use. Actually, we're going to go 3 on this one. Okay, so we went 3 back. Sometimes it's hard to gauge, but you got to make sure. Basically, I cut a groove into the leather so that the stitch is countersunk into the leather. And it also gives me a line to follow so that I can get a straight stitch. Alright, so it'll go back. Now we're going to go over those 3 stitches forward. This way we can establish a solid line. So anyways, are you guys ready for the Christmas season? I don't know if I am. I still got gifts I gotta buy. And you know, it's really sad what Christmas is about these days, and I think we all kind of get caught up in it about buying gifts, and it's more about the gifts than about the Savior. And those that have watched the video the other day know I'm a Christian, and you know, I don't push my beliefs on everybody. You know, I like to share my testimony and how I came to Christ and what a crazy man I was before I got saved. But I've made a lot of great friends out there that are not Christians, and they remain friends. But anyways, yeah, it's just crazy. And then you have those poor NYPD officers, their families. They got slain by some punk that wanted to make a name for himself. It's just really sad what our society has come to. Especially now in Christmas time, they have to be without their father, without their husband. This is just a sick world that we live in. But on a different topic, why do you need a gun belt? I guess there's lots of reasons. A lot of people will spend money on a nice firearm, a nice holster, but they don't spend the money on a good gun belt. A good gun belt is the solid foundation to your holster, and your holster is the foundation to your firearm when you're carrying. Why would you not spend your dollars on a quality gun belt that's going to hold your entire foundation? What a gun belt's going to do is it's going to prevent your sidearm from moving around and your holster from flopping around. You know, a lot of people use these cheap Walmart belts, or they get at Ross or Marshall's, and that's not what they're designed for. They're not designed to carry the heavy weight of your sidearm. So it's essential to have a good gun belt. Now, We offer a couple different ones on our website. You can check those out at thompsontacticalbelts.com. But yeah, so just stitching. This needle will go as fast as you want it to, but you don't want to go too fast. If you go too fast, you get outside the lines, and it's just not a good way to make it, because you get sloppy. And a good craftsman takes his time. He knows he has the ability to go fast and rush through it, but he enjoys the process, and I enjoy the process. So this has a servo motor. I can go as fast as I want, I can go as slow as I want. Like I said, I like to go slow. Now I'm not going to sew this entire belt for the video purposes, because it'll just take too long. It's double stitched. But I just wanted to give you guys basically an idea of me sewing and the work that it takes. This is just a very, very small part of crafting a good gun belt. The work that goes into it. See, now I gotta stop because the needle needs to meet the point, so I need to manually make sure that it hits the exact tip. So what I'm going to do is I stop and I do it by hand. I find that tip, I drive it through, I turn it, and then I just continue to follow the lines. These are little details that a craftsman is going to look for, okay? And I always tell people that I absolutely love my job because I get to be half craftsman and half entrepreneur. I love business. I love taking care of my customers and doing business with people. And the thing is, if you're in business just for the money, then you're not going to last. You have to actually enjoy what you do, the customers and the process, and you have to have a good work environment. These are all important things that you have to think about if you want to go in business for yourself. So we're going to go ahead and finish this strip up here, and finish the belts. I got a couple other belts I got to make today. Check out the blog too if you get a chance. I haven't posted in a while, but I got some good articles on there about craftsmanship and how to take care of your gun belt maintenance, different topics. I talk about my first gun belt, and I used to actually hand sew gun belts, and it was a 5-hour process minimum to hand sew a gun belt, and it was just I just don't think the stitch comes out as nice as the sewing machine. This is the only machine that we use in the making of our gun belts, and but it's still hand fed through the machine, and it's not automatic. You have to, with your eyes, make it go straight. So still handmade. But what do you guys have planned for Christmas? I'd love for you guys in the comments section to let me know what you have planned for Christmas. You're going to be spending time with your family, or just what you think about the Christmas season, and maybe even just leave a comment about topics that you guys would like me to talk about in the shop. And the whole idea of the Shop Talk episodes is to just bring you into my world. I'm in here by myself crafting belts all day long, and when I was in the Coast Guard, I was a helicopter mechanic. First thing we do in the morning is have a shop meeting and just have shop talk. And I think it's important to have that kind of fellowship and to just, talk about life in general and what's going on and things like that. So that's kind of what I want to do. There's no format that I go by here. So we're almost done here with this belt. Got to be very careful here. If you screw this up, you got to start all over. So it's very important, like I said, to take your time, do it right, because you'll see the line is crooked if you don't take your time and just respect the process. So we went to the end. Now I'm going to go back about 4 stitches, and it's going to lock the stitch in. This way the end of the stitching does not come undone. So it'll go back in the exact same holes that it went through. All right, and then here, follow me real quick. Got to get the this is a kind of a time waster. Sometimes I'll leave a tool on the other side of the shop and I got to get up and go get it. But so now we're just going to basically pull the thread like so, and then we're just going to cut it. And then I'm going to have to do this again because it's a double stitch, so I have to go through it again. And that's pretty much it, guys. And that's the stitching process. We're going to be doing more of these videos. I'll show you how I burnish my edges, dye my belts. Basically, I just want to take you through the process of me making a belt, and just, you know, talk about issues, what's going on in the news and in life in general. And one thing I'd like to do eventually is share my testimony with you guys about, you know, how I came to the Lord, and how did I start making gun belts? What happened in my life that drove me to open my own business and to put me in the situation that I'm in? And it's a crazy story. It's a wild story, but I really want you guys to know who I am, what I'm about, where I've come from, and why I am where I am today. It's very important to me. So, all right, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed Shop Talk episode 2, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks.